What is going on, guys and girls? My name is James and welcome back today to Roblox. How are you doing, everyone? Welcome back, welcome back. Today we jump into Bee Swarm Simulator because Beesmas is well and truly over. The magical world of Onnit is silent once more. And today we are here to talk about the question, well, what's next? What is next in store for Bee Swarm? What are we expecting? What do we know so far? What is going to happen next with the game? Let's talk about it. Should be a good one. Oh, and also, this is also a very good one as well. Today's episode is very kindly sponsored by G-Round. G-Round is a unique and special gaming community platform where users get exclusive access as playtesters for brand new games that are yet to be released to the public. Your play and constructive feedback helps the developers in the development process to make the game as good as possible for release. There are also reward points available for participation, which can be redeemed for physical gaming gear. The best news is it's completely free to use and super simple to sign up. All you need to do is head to the link in my description section and it will take you to this page and you should see my referral code right here. Then make an account with an email and password and boom. Once you're in, make sure to verify your email in the profile section and also fill this section here. Once all of that is done, you are ready to head to the top right and download the launcher to get playing. So in the launcher as of right now, these are the current set of games being playtested via G-Round. And I think I like the look of this one. So all I need to do is click download and wait for it to do its thing. And boom, we now have the game downloaded and we are ready to play. So once you're finished playing, one of the most important features of the site is to leave feedback for the devs. And this is on the website here right now. It's super simple. Click on the options you think are most accurate from your play experience and leave some constructive words. You can also write it in whatever language you are most fluent in. For the game I just played, I thought the art and world looked incredible, but I was a little confused at first when the WASD keys did not move my character around the screen. After you submit, you will get your reward points too. So yeah, give it a go, and I hope you enjoy playing some new games. Okie dokies, 3, 2, 1, claim the hive! Yeah, welcome back everyone. I know it's been a hot minute since our last episode here inside Bee Swarm Simulator. How have you all been doing? Hopefully you guys and girls have been doing amazing. Yeah, I thought this would kind of be an interesting video to make. Normally what we do after the end of every single Beesmas or at the end of every single update is we basically just talk about it a little bit, see what we liked, see what we didn't like. But as well as this, I feel like this is probably one of the strangest Beesmases yet, and the reason why is because although it's now all over, our map is now back into our beautiful green, there is still loads of content that was promised and talked about pre-Beesmas that we are yet to have in the game. And that, I think, is the strange bit. So today we're going to talk about it. But yeah, of course, thank you once again for coming and joining me. I know it's been a little while since a video has popped up on the channel, but you guys are here right now and you saw that video and you clicked on that. That is really, really cool. Thank you so much. It's lovely to see you all again. Can we try and get 2,000 likes on this episode? Not one of our highest goals, but it's always nice to come back and see some sort of like goals and stuff smashed. So if we could try and do that, that would be really amazing. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, what I thought we'd do is we'd jump in and just talk about the event. So yeah, I would love to get you guys' opinions on basically what you thought of this year's Beesmas. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we are still waiting on a bunch of content for the game. And this is kind of one of the stranger things for me in that there was plenty of cool things in the Beesmas update, but I also think a lot of the content was meant for an update pre-Beesmas, and maybe it just couldn't be wedged into the Beesmas update, and perhaps that's going to be in a completely separate thing sometime in the future. Which I guess is good and bad news. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I would have liked to have seen in the 2 updates over the festive period. But at the same time, I guess if that stuff is still pending and still being worked on, it's not necessarily a bad thing. But yeah, here's what I thought. Oh yeah, please like type in the comments if you want to. Let me know like what you thought about Beesmas, like in general. Maybe if you compare it to like a previous Beesmas, something like that. So I think personally this was a good Beesmas, but I don't think it was my favorite. I'm gonna be honest with that one. I don't think this is my favorite one so far. I know it's kind of weird because the few of the features that got put into the game I think are some of my favorite things that have been updated. So I'm a big fan of the planters. I think they work really, really well. but I think they work really, really well outside of the Beesmas update. And I think a lot of the frustrations from this year's Beesmas, myself included, was quite simply how the planters influence so much of the harder quests for the quest line. I think that was my big issue with that. It's quite interesting. I've got some words here from Onnit. Should we read them? Yeah, let's read them. Let's read them. Yeah, this is it. So this is actually from the beginning of the month, but I thought this was kind of funny. Basically, Onnit here says, now that the Puffshroom quests are gone, they could grow up to be the healthy minigame for loot they were supposed to be, and not the RNG torture everyone experienced. So I think this is probably my hot take from the whole Beesmas experience this year. Although I love the planters and the Puffshrooms and they're really, really fun, I think the way that they interacted with those Beesmas quests, especially the gummy bear one, and there were various other ones, but it was the 30 or 25 from the mountaintop. It was those 5 legendary Puffshrooms, which I think halted and hindered a lot of people's progress for the vast majority of Beesmas. Those quests simply took so long because there was nothing really you could do to control whether those things would spawn. So, like, I complained about these in multiple episodes over Beesmas, but it's nice to see that Onnit has acknowledged that, and I'm guessing I'm not alone in thinking that some of those, like, Puffshroom quests were basically RNG torture. But now that Beesmas is gone and we don't have any quest lines for that right now, we can kind of just get back to using them to get free items, which is really good. And I believe as well that although we haven't had all of the new Beequips in the game yet, I think, if I read rightly, there's 4 of the new Beequips that you can now get in the game right now. There was like a little mini update, I think, and it's like the sweatband, the smiley sticker, the what was it? Sweatband, smiley sticker, oh, bandage? Wait, let me check. Oh yeah, here it is. So it's the bottle cap, the smiley sticker, the sweatband, and the kazoo. So I haven't actually got any of these just yet, to be honest. I think most of them you either get from the petal planter or from the tacky planter, I think. And then one of them you can get also from mob drops, but it's really rare. I think it's the sweatband that you can get. But of course, one of the things that we were mentioned and Onnit talked about a lot was working on multiple new Beequips. There is a huge amount of them that we saw. Maybe I've got a picture here popped up on the screen. As of right now, we are still waiting for the majority of these to be released into the game. But from what Onnit has said, these are basically going to be part of the planters. So now hopefully planters are going to be a bit more source of joy. And I never, ever want to have a quest with legendary Puffshroom ever again. Onnit, please. I beg of you. And I think, to be honest with you, that's like my main complaint, just as sort of a casual player about the whole Beesmas event. I think especially like myself as a Beesmas player, I'm like a filthy casual player. And I just jump in a lot by myself and I just do some quests and maybe I do a field boost or I just work on a few things and I come back every, half an hour when I need to for something. And that's kind of how I do quests. So in order to have to basically organize a full group of Puffshroom raiders, all of which need to have like the stinker planters and like maybe get the higher level ones and get them in the right locations to go to the right thing. It's a lot of work for a casual player. I did try, so we did a bunch with Elol and some of his friends, and we did get like some legendary Puffshrooms, so it does work. But the organization required to get all of that stuff is a little bit too much for just playing casually, in my opinion. But aside from that, I really liked a lot of the other stuff. I think all the other quest lines, I think they worked pretty well, to be honest, bar the gummy bear one. Yeah, the gummy bear one I think was the stinker, really. I liked all of the other ones. I thought they flowed pretty well. My favorite addition, I think, is the Dapper Bear shop. Of course, it's always great when we have new locations. And this is probably one of the confusing things as well, because we did get the Dapper Bear shop, which was a brand new location we weren't expecting. Yet we did get extensions to the Red and Blue HQ, which was an extension we were expecting, but then we can't go inside them. So obviously Onnit was mentioning, and this has been in the works for so long, of the Elite Red and Blue HQs. Of course, we got the brand new weapons and stuff like that, but we were supposed to go in. There's supposed to be like dispensers in there. We're still waiting for those 2 new higher level planters, the red and the blue one. So maybe we'll get that at some point. I'm not too sure, but it's still not done. And this, I suppose, is just another example of content that was planned and definitely probably is still in the planning, but we just haven't got yet, basically. So, we've got the little new house and stuff here. Has this changed? Wait, I actually haven't noticed that. Has the blue HQ reverted? Huh. Okay, I don't think there's any way of telling. The test realm is back open, by the way, which you can see here. So I've just jumped in. My character has been reset back to 0, of course. I wanted to check if the... I'd have to go and check one of my old videos, to be honest. Like, I'm actually... It didn't look like that, did it? It changed. It had a bit on the top. Am I going mad? Maybe. Don't answer that. Anyway, let's get out of the test realm. Anyway, in case you're wondering why the test realm is open, I guess this is sort of part of the reason why I wanted to make this video, is because on it is testing / was testing stuff, and then he kind of disappeared again. I think, like, I don't know for certain, but I think he's traveling right now. So I wouldn't expect anything from him, like, over the next couple of weeks or whatever, but one thing that he did add in is this, like, player sort of... Oh, no, that's not it. Wait, where is it, actually? I've never used it. Oh yeah, here it is, look. So you can actually hide other people's bees in the game, which is basically a lag reduction system. I think that's really good, especially if you've got a full server, maybe doing stick bug or something. Can get kind of crazy, so that's cool. But the one promising bit of information, which was actually from at the beginning of the month again, this was kind of when Onnit was most active, sort of when Beesmas ended, and then like a week after Beesmas ended, and then it's gone a little bit quiet since then, which hopefully everything's fine and stuff, but Onnit did hear right this, so just in case you didn't see this, this is a little bit old information now. But Onnit said, Beesmas is done, but I'm in the process of testing the new Beequips, and I'll begin rolling out. Some are attainable from planters already, but they are very rare. I'm trying to have the first part of Dapper Bear's quest ready soon to go with the new Beequips. I'll keep people updated, and you can follow along by watching the Bee Swarm Simulator test chat on their Discord. I do have other new features in the works, and will hopefully begin testing them soon. So hopefully the boring time between the end of Beesmas and start of that new content won't be too long. This sounds really promising, I think. He also goes on to say that gingerbread bears in your inventory will turn into aged gingerbread bears at the start of next Beesmas. So Beesmas 22 confirmed, lads. Yes. And the snowflakes still in the hotbar will be removed to start fresh with the next Bee Bear catalogue. So yeah, we can officially confirm in April that Beesmas 22 is coming. It's a bit too early to speculate on it, but what we can confirm is that Onnit is working on new stuff, so we're finally going to get that elusive Dapper Bear quest. This is once again another example of a feature which we all thought, myself included, was going to be in the Beesmas update. It didn't turn out to be that, so we're going to get that after, and there's supposed to be a quest line all to do with the planters and also those brand new Beequips, which likely will all be obtainable through the planter system as well. So yeah, Dapper Bear, I'm excited to quest. Come on, buddy. Can we quest? I'm still setting up my shop. Dude, you've had months. So I think that is pretty much where we are up to right now with the progression. I think it is a case of, you know, I would be like, and I think everyone as well, like, I think everyone would be kind of sad and a bit disappointed if we didn't get any new content until Beesmas 22. I feel like having like a summer update would be amazing. You know, I've always wanted to have, like, the one thing that I've always enjoyed with Bee Swarm, and it's something that we've not really seen for a really long time, is actually just the random events for the sake of it. Obviously, Beesmas is the big focus with Bee Swarm, and it's the big event that people always come to, but back in the day, you just had random things that popped up. So, you know, Gummy Bear, the first time Gummy Bear came into the game with his gummy cannon, that was really cool. We had Sun Bear just show up for no reason and give us quests, and new stuff came in. You know, we just had these like random things happening. Sometimes, like, we've never had like a Halloween quest. I always wanted a Halloween quest. But maybe just have like a summer solstice quest, like event, maybe like 3 weeks of summer something, or I don't know, would be really, really fun. I think just to kind of break up Beesmas to Beesmas to Beesmas to Beesmas, have something in the middle, and I think that would be a great opportunity to actually introduce all this new stuff. It'd probably be quite a big update if Onnit is planning more stuff past this, but like the last thing that I think would work is just having like a tiny update with one more quest line, which on its own after Beesmas doesn't really make much sense. So I don't know what I'd prefer. Little updates or a big update? I kind of like big updates, man. They're fun. Anyway, I think unfortunately that is about it for this episode. So of course, anything and everything that happens with Bee Swarm, anything that's new anyway, I'll be back to make some content on it. I'm kind of just waiting around like everyone else, really. You know, just sort of waiting and seeing what's new with the game. But yeah, thank you once again, of course, for joining me again. Always really, really nice to see people coming in, enjoying the videos and leaving comments and likes and all that stuff. Yeah, and I will see you guys in the next one. So once again, thank you very much to G-Round for sponsoring this episode. If you haven't done it yet, make sure you click on the link in the description below. Go download the launcher. It's free to use, free to play, and you can get some brand new games exclusive to go and try out and test. So yeah, until next time, thanks, and see ya.